You are taught to play fair, to be kind, to treat others as you wish to be treated. Yet, look around you. Those who rise, those who command respect, those who dominate the world. They are not the ones who play fair. They are the ones who are feared. Today, I will reveal why fairness is your prison, and ruthlessness is your key to power. I am Niccolò Machiavelli, or rather, his shadow echoing through centuries, and I am here to arm you with the truths your teachers, your leaders, and your enemies hope you never learn. This is not about morality. This is about survival, dominance, and control. If you desire power, then stop playing fair. Today, we open the darkest pages of my lessons. Let me begin with the lie you've been told since childhood. Play fair, they said. Share, wait your turn, treat others the way you wish to be treated. It sounds noble, doesn't it? But here lies the trap. Fairness was never designed to elevate you. It was designed to restrain you. Fairness is a leash placed around your neck, and those who obey it end up chained while the bold run free. Consider this. The world has never rewarded the fair player. Not once. History glorifies conquerors, not caretakers. The empires you read about in your school books, Rome, the Ottomans, the Mongols. Did they grow by fairness? Did they wait politely for their neighbors to offer land and tribute? No, they seized. They took what others were too timid to defend, and when they took, the world remembered them. You see, fairness only works when all sides agree to the same rules. But the moment one side abandons those rules, the fair player is helpless. Imagine a battlefield where one army follows strict codes of honor, announcing attacks, fighting only in daylight, never striking first. And on the other side stands a ruthless opponent who strikes at night, poisons wells, deceives, and ambushes. Tell me, who will win? It is not the one who played fair. Fairness is a weakness when others see it as an opportunity, but it goes deeper than war. Look at your workplace. The one who follows every rule, arrives early, stays late, never complains. He believes he will be rewarded. Yet who rises? One who bends rules, who plays politics, who uses charm and fear as tools. That person is promoted, celebrated, remembered. The fair worker remains invisible. Fairness is a mask for mediocrity. Those who play fair willingly accept the role of pawn, while the ruthless maneuver themselves into the seat of king. Now understand this clearly. I am not telling you to be reckless. I am not telling you to act without thought. No, ruthlessness must be guided by reason. The error of the naive is to believe that fairness itself has virtue. It does not. Fairness is only useful when it serves your ambition. When it does not, you must abandon it without hesitation. A prince who rules with fairness alone is a prince destined to fall. His people, his rivals, his enemies, they will test him and they will see weakness. They will take advantage of his patience, his kindness, his restraint. Soon, he will not be a ruler at all. He will be ruled. And yet, if he learns to use fairness as a cloak, while hiding steel beneath it, then he can disarm suspicion while holding power. There is an illusion in society, a dangerous one, that says being fair guarantees justice. But justice is not guaranteed by fairness. Justice is secured by strength. When you control outcomes, when you dictate terms, then you may dispense fairness as a gift. But until you hold that control, fairness is poison in your veins. Think of it like this. When you play fair in a game where others cheat, you are not noble. You are a fool. When you insist on fairness in a negotiation, you are not virtuous. You are outmaneuvered. When you wait your turn in a race for power, you are not patient. You are already defeated. The ruthless do not wait for permission, and they do not beg for fairness. They take, and the world yields to them. And here is the brutal truth. Most people cling to fairness because it comforts them. It gives them an excuse. They tell themselves, I lost, but at least I played fair. It is the anthem of the powerless. They would rather be morally pure and forgotten than cunning and feared. Do you think Caesar cared about playing fair? Do you think Alexander stopped to consider whether fairness would earn him glory? No. They understood that fairness is a currency for the weak, traded among those who will never rule. If you want power, you must discard this illusion. Fairness will not protect you. It will not elevate you. It will not guarantee victory. It will only slow your hand while others sharpen their blades. Those who cling to fairness are not noble, they are prey. And prey has only one destiny. You have been told that love is the highest virtue, that to be loved is the greatest achievement, that if people love you, they will protect you, follow you, and remain loyal. But here lies the cruel truth. Love is fragile. Love is unreliable. Love bends, breaks, and vanishes when tested. If you build your power on love, you build it on sand. When the waves come, it will collapse beneath you. Fear, however, is a different foundation. Fear is concrete. Fear binds tighter than affection ever could. Love depends on the emotions of others, and emotions are fickle. They shift with the seasons. Fear, on the other hand, is rooted in survival. When a man fears you, he cannot forget you. He cannot betray you without first calculating the cost. Love makes a man loyal only until his interests change. Fear makes him loyal even when he despises you. Think carefully on this. The people who claim to love you today may abandon you tomorrow when it is no longer convenient. A soldier who says he loves his king may flee the battlefield when death stares him in the eyes. But a soldier who fears his king knows he cannot flee without paying a heavier price. Fear secures obedience where love fails. Love is a luxury, but fear is a necessity. Consider rulers of history. Those who relied too much on love found themselves betrayed by those closest to them. Love never stopped daggers in the dark. Caesar was loved, adored even, but still he was stabbed by men who had sworn devotion. Why? Because love could not chain their ambition. Contrast that with rulers who mastered fear. Genghis Khan did not conquer because men loved him. They feared him, feared what disobedience meant, feared what weakness invited, and so his empire grew. Do not misunderstand me. I am not telling you to chase cruelty for its own sake. Fear is not built through reckless brutality. Fear is built through consistency, through showing that disobedience has consequences, that betrayal has punishment, that weakness is not tolerated. A ruler who is hated without control over his hatred is reckless, and reckless rulers destroy themselves. But a ruler who is feared with precision, who uses fear like a craftsman's tool, commands loyalty even from enemies. Love asks, do they still care for me? Fear asks, do they dare cross me? The first question leaves you vulnerable, dependent on the changing tides of hearts. The second question leaves you in control because you decide the answer. You dictate the boundaries of loyalty, not your subjects, not your rivals, not your so-called friends. Love also carries with it an illusion of safety. To be loved, you must give, you must compromise, you must show mercy even when it weakens you. And in giving, you invite those beneath you to expect more. And when you cannot give, they will resent you. The same love that once lifted you up will turn into anger that drags you down. Love is borrowed loyalty. Fear is permanent insurance. Even in the smallest corners of life, you see this play out. In the workplace, the leader who wants to be loved is lenient, bending rules to keep his people happy. At first, he is admired, but soon his kindness is taken for weakness. His workers push boundaries, lose respect, take advantage. Compare this to the leader who commands with firmness, who enforces discipline. His people may not love him, but they obey him, and they deliver results. One leader is liked but ignored, the other is feared but followed. Which one holds true power? Now consider the bonds of personal relationships. A lover may swear devotion in moments of passion, yet abandon you when temptation or convenience appears. That is the nature of love. It dissolves when it conflicts with self-interest. Fear, however, binds even when temptation arises, because the risk of breaking it is too high. People betray love without thought. Few dare betray fear. This is the truth. Most are too timid to accept. It is safer to be feared than loved, for safety is not found in affection but in control. Fear enforces control. Love depends on the will of others, and when power is your goal, depending on others is the most dangerous weakness you can allow. Men are not ruled by truth. They are ruled by appearances, by illusions, by the masks that hide what lies beneath. If you rely on honesty in a world of deception, you are already defeated. Power belongs to those who know how to wield deception not as a clumsy trick, but as a blade sharpened with precision. Understand this. Truth is dangerous because it reveals your intentions. Once your enemies know your plans, they will move against you. Once your rivals understand your limits, they will exploit them. But when you master deception, no one sees your true hand. They see only what you wish. Show them you stand behind a mask of virtue, of fairness, of loyalty, while behind it you calculate, maneuver, and prepare your strike. Think of the fox and the lion, two creatures I have studied closely. The lion is strong, feared for its power, but it is predictable. The fox, however, survives. Not through strength, but through cunning. It deceives hunters, evades traps, and thrives where brute force would fail. To rule, you must be both lion and fox. You must instill fear with strength, but protect yourself through deception. To be one without the other is to invite ruin. History is littered with men destroyed by their own honesty. Leaders who showed their true intentions too early, generals who revealed their strategies before striking, rulers who promised what they could not deliver. Their words became chains, their honesty became a weapon turned against them. Contrast this with rulers who cloaked themselves in deception. They promised peace while preparing war. They spoke of loyalty while plotting betrayal. And when the time was right, they struck with precision, catching their enemies unprepared. Deception is not simply lying. It is the art of controlling perception. You must appear merciful while being ruthless, appear weak while hiding strength, appear foolish while plotting brilliance. The wise ruler does not announce his cruelty. He disguises it as justice. He does not show ambition. He cloaks it in humility. He does not reveal power. He lets others underestimate him until their guard is lowered and the blade can be driven home. Even in daily life, deception rules more than truth. Look at the world around you. Politicians speak of serving the people, but their true aim is to serve themselves. Businessmen talk of fairness while manipulating markets. Priests preach virtue while hiding their vices, and yet people believe them, not because they are truthful, but because they are convincing. Humanity craves illusion more than reality, and the one who provides the illusion controls the crowd. If you wish to rise, you must learn to play this same game. Do not reveal your true desires. Let others see only fragments of your plan, never the whole. Feed them enough truth to make your lies believable. Give them the performance they want while you prepare the outcome you desire. This is not dishonor. This is survival in a world where everyone deceives, but only the skilled thrive. There is also power in appearing virtuous. People trust those who wear the mask of morality. If you speak of justice, they will overlook your cruelty. If you show kindness in small gestures, they will forgive your greater sins. One well-timed act of mercy can disguise years of ruthless ambition. One gesture of generosity can buy loyalty that deception alone could not secure. Use appearances as your camouflage. Cloak your power in the garments of goodness, and no one will see the knife you carry beneath. Remember this: the people do not care about truth, they care about comfort. They do not want to see the world as it is, they want to see the world as they wish it to be. If you give them this illusion, you can lead them anywhere. Tell them what they want to hear, and while they cling to your words, you move pieces on the board they cannot see, but deception requires discipline. The fool lies constantly and is easily discovered. The master deceives sparingly, with precision, so that when the illusion is revealed, it is too late to resist. Your mask must be convincing. Your performance must be flawless. When they believe you, you own them. When they doubt you, you must silence them before doubt spreads. Deception is a weapon, yes, but like all weapons, it cuts both ways. If you fail to control it, if you let arrogance or carelessness expose your hand, then it will destroy you. But if you master it, if you wield it carefully, you become untouchable. They will see only what you allow them to see. They will believe only what you wish them to believe. And in that blindness, they will walk willingly into the trap you have prepared. Mercy is beautiful in stories. It is sung by poets, written in scripture, preached by those who have never tasted power. But power is not preserved by mercy. Power is preserved by control, and control is born from ruthlessness applied with precision. Understand this: cruelty is not evil when it prevents chaos. Ruthlessness is not sin when it secures order. It is not the kind ruler who survives. It is the ruler who dares to be feared, who dares to bloody his hands when hesitation would cost him everything. A ruler who clings too tightly to mercy invites rebellion. Show your enemies much kindness, and they will mistake it for weakness. Spare them once, and they will rise again to strike you twice. But if you crush them decisively, if you leave no doubt about the consequences of defiance, then rebellion dies before it begins. Ruthlessness cuts off threats at the root, while mercy allows weeds to grow until they choke the garden. History is clear on this. Consider the rulers who were praised for their mercy. Their legacies are short, their reigns unstable, their lands divided. They are remembered kindly, yes, but they are remembered as failures. Contrast them with rulers who acted ruthlessly. Their enemies cursed them, their rivals feared them, but their empires endured. Ruthlessness secures obedience because it instills certainty. Men can forgive mercy. Men cannot forget ruthlessness. But you must understand the difference between reckless cruelty and calculated ruthlessness. A reckless tyrant slaughters without reason and creates enemies where none existed. He burns his own foundation. But the disciplined ruler knows that cruelty must be sharp, swift, and purposeful. Strike once, and strike so hard that no one dares test you again. This is not mindless violence, this is strategy. To be ruthless is to make cruelty efficient, applied only where it strengthens your hold and prevents greater bloodshed in the future. The people may complain about ruthlessness, but secretly, they respect it. They may speak of desiring a gentle ruler, but what they truly crave is stability. And stability does not come from softness. It comes from the certainty that disorder will be crushed, rebellion punished, betrayal avenged. When a ruler enforces order through ruthlessness, his people may not love him, but they sleep safely under his rule. Safety born from fear is stronger than safety born from affection. Look at how fear controls even in the smallest communities. A leader who lets every grievance pass, who forgives every offense, soon finds himself mocked and ignored. His followers no longer listen, but a leader who punishes disobedience swiftly, who shows that defiance carries weight, commands respect. The group may grumble, but they obey. Ruthlessness establishes boundaries that mercy alone cannot hold. Do not confuse this with sadism. The ruthless leader does not delight in cruelty. He wields it as a tool. Just as a surgeon cuts flesh to save a life, a ruler must sometimes cut down a man to save a kingdom. The difference is intention. Ruthlessness is not chaos. It is order carved through the will to act where others hesitate, and it is hesitation that destroys rulers. How many thrones have fallen because the one who sat upon them waited too long, forgave too much, believed too deeply in kindness? There is also a hidden strength in ruthlessness. It prevents challenges before they arise. When people know a ruler will not hesitate to act, they think twice before conspiring. They silence their doubts. They betray their own ambitions to preserve their lives. This is how ruthlessness builds invisible walls around power. The ruler does not need to punish constantly. He punishes rarely, but decisively, and the memory of it lingers in every mind. Mercy, by contrast, requires repetition. A merciful ruler must always give again, forgive again, compromise again. His mercy becomes an expectation, and expectations breed entitlement. Once people believe they are entitled to your mercy, they stop respecting it. They see it not as generosity, but as obligation. And when you finally deny it, they turn against you. Mercy creates dependence. Ruthlessness creates certainty. The greatest leaders of history understood this balance. They used mercy like a performance, but ruthlessness like a commandment. They knew mercy could win hearts, but only ruthlessness could keep thrones. They knew kindness could inspire loyalty, but only ruthlessness could ensure survival. And when the two clashed, they always chose survival, because without survival, no mercy is possible at all. The truth is simple, though few dare admit it. The world is not held together by love or by fairness or by kindness. The world is held together by control, and control is maintained not by soft words or gentle hands, but by the unflinching will to act ruthlessly when the moment demands it. To rule is to decide who lives, who falls, who dares to oppose, and who is silenced before they can speak. Ruthlessness is the language of power, and those who refuse to learn it are destined to be ruled by those who master it. You have now seen the truths that most men spend their lives running from. Fairness is a weakness, a chain forged to keep you compliant, while the ruthless rise above you. Love is fragile, while fear endures and bends men to your will. Deception is the mask that shields your ambition, the weapon that strikes before your enemies know they are under attack, and ruthlessness, controlled, deliberate, undeniable, is the iron hand that secures obedience and silences rebellion before it breathes. Do not look for comfort in these lessons. They are not meant to comfort you. They are meant to arm you. The world does not reward purity. It rewards cunning. It does not honor fairness. It honors power. It does not remember the merciful. It remembers the feared. So ask yourself, will you remain bound by the illusions you were taught? Will you cling to fairness, to love, to honesty, to mercy, waiting for a world that will never repay you? Or will you embrace the darker path, the one that seizes control, commands respect, and ensures survival? Power is not given to those who wait. Power is taken by those who dare. And if you would rule, if you would endure, then you must stop playing fair. You must be ruthless.